So, um, I guess I've just been kind of enjoying my holiday of, not having school and being finished my exams. I'm super unemployed right now, so that's fun. But I'm going on a holiday soon, so I'm not gonna start the search right now. I want to wait until after the my holiday. But this is just gonna be a quick little life update, I guess. I only really have like a few things with me, just like um, hairbrushes. So I wonder. Is that nice? I didn't even do an audio check, so I don't know if this is like really loud. I'm sorry if it is. So I've been very passionate about making music for the past while, and I recently just finished my first album. It's available on YouTube, my other YouTube channel, and my SoundCloud, both under the name Willow Aster. Willow Aster. Willow Aster. And it's like 25 minutes. It's 10 tracks, and I'm quite happy with it. It took 6 months to make because I did so much draft songs, so much like, what's the word? Like, I was like lazy in a lot of songs. I just kept like laying things off and not like finishing them or doing vocals or something. And while I absolutely don't think it's a perfect album, I think there's still things I can point out and be like, yeah, I would have done that different because the songs have been made in like a 6-month difference. There's like songs I'm like a lot more proud of, maybe because of like a recency bias, but also I think I was like improving more as a producer. But yeah, it's very like, it's kind of hyper pop, dancey, hip hop, pop, rock. Like there's rock elements. Like it's kind of all over the place. It was kind of just like whatever artists I was listening to, I was trying to replicate that style. And they usually got like one song that got into the album. I was guilty of using quite a bit of loops in the songs, and if you don't know what they are, it's basically when somebody essentially makes a pre-made like sound for you and you can use it. Whenever I used these loops, I was usually altering them a lot, so it essentially just became a sample. But I still see like a lot of videos on like TikTok and stuff that just kind of makes me feel bad. They're like, oh, you're using loops, you're not like learning. And I guess that kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I think because it's my first album, I can get away with it, but once I want to put my music on streaming platforms, I don't know if I'm going to put the album on Spotify and stuff, because I feel kind of bad about doing it. Let me... I started working on a lot of new songs, and even though the album just came out, I already have like a few songs like halfway done or fully done for like my second album. I guess it's technically not even my first album, but I've had a lot of like random EPs released on like all sorts like BandLab and stuff, but yeah, like I think I'm still improving on all these new songs. I haven't used any loops and no samples, or like barely any samples. So like I'm a lot more proud of it. It feels a lot more like me. So yeah. This is kind of just a separate like I don't do ASMR or YouTube really in general as a job. Like I would be lying said, when I was younger, I didn't want, like, I wanted to be a YouTuber, and now that's kind of turned into me wanting to be an artist. But I'm kind of scared of being an artist now. It's a lot of stress, especially with like labels. When you get that one song that blows up, you have to like really like utilize that spotlight and make sure you do the right things. You read everything, you sign with the right people that aren't trying to steal your money, because a lot of the music business and music space is very corrupt. A lot of people want to manipulate and use new talent, and it's honestly a really scary thought. So I kind of just want to stick to doing like performing at small venues or something, and maybe not putting my stuff on streaming, but because like I can't find any like label that I can like buy. Like there's like DistroKid and stuff, and people say it's really like the only good option, but even then there's so much shit about it apparently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be going into college for music production, so I don't know where this lies for me, but I have a lot of fun doing it, and it's my hobby. Same with making ASMR. I don't really want to make ASMR like my job. I want to just like make it as a hobby. Same thing with I want to make like short films. I think that'd be fun, but I'm really not in the know of like a lot of things or just how to do things. It's just like a concept that's appealing to me. I've always been adventurous. Like I wanted to make a game. I wanted to just do so much, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do like a ton of those things to like a lot of success. Like I want to learn how to 3D model. I want to get better at art, like painting and just drawing and stuff. But yeah, I guess the second thing, I think that that wraps up like my music talk. If you want, you can listen to my self-titled debut on either SoundCloud or my YouTube channel, both under the name Willow. The second thing is kind of very different. I have been thinking a lot about my sexuality recently, especially with Pride Month, and still there's Pride events kind of happening in Ireland. Like I recently went to a trans event that was also like for intersex people. It's also like a protest for Palestine. It was a whole lot of stuff. It was fun though. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm lesbian. I feel kind of bad that I keep over the like last 4 years I've been like switching. I started off lesbian, and then I became bi, and then I was thinking I was pan because like some people exclude non-binary people when it comes to being bi. So I was like, I want to make sure everyone knows that I'm still into non-binary people. So I will say I'm pan, and I also just really like the colors of the pan flag. But I think I'm lesbian, because while I find men attractive, I can't really imagine myself doing those kind of things, like some things with them. And obviously, like me being lesbian, I'd still date like gender fluid people. I'd still date non-binary people, stuff like that. Yeah, I guess I won't linger too much on it, but yeah, I guess I'm lesbian. I don't know. It still hasn't really fully settled in with me yet. It usually just clicks with me really easily, but I don't know why this like realization is kind of taking some time. I think it's just because I've had a lot of experiences with sexuality and partners and stuff, but yeah. I guess the third thing I could talk about is I'm going on a holiday soon to Spain with a few friends, so that's gonna be fun, I hope. I'm kind of same with like cockroaches, and apparently scorpions are in Spain, and like snakes. I was like, oh, and I have a thing with like, I think snakes are kind of cute, but they also really freak me out. Like especially when I see them moving. Like if I saw one in person, I'd be more freaked out. But like I kind of like looking at them. Same with spiders. It's like I kind of I don't know. I don't like looking at spiders move. That's the worst part about them. But I still kind of look at images of them sometimes. Maybe it's like exposure therapy, but I don't know. They freak me out. But I hope as long as we're not like flipping over rocks and we check our shoes, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that's just me though. What else? I've been playing a lot of oh, I guess I'll talk about what games I've been playing. I've been playing honestly a ton of Mario Kart Wii. Like I've never played this much Mario Kart Wii before. I started playing it on my Wii U, so I had to start all over again. But I'll see, Mario Kart Wii was like one of the it's like the Mario Kart I've honestly spent the least amount of time with, so I didn't really remember much to begin with. But I've been really getting into it, and I've been doing like time travels and stuff. It's really fun. There's some changes in the newer games that I'm glad they did. Like I'm pretty sure when you hit like a hazard, or when you get hit with an item in Mario Kart Wii, you lose your held item. But I'm pretty sure like Mario Kart 8, if you get like struck by like a shell, or if you like, I don't know, hit a hazard on the track, you still keep your item, and I do like that. But yeah, and also the items are out of control in Mario Kart Wii, so it can be a bit frustrating sometimes. But it's kind of fun. What else? I bought Resident Evil 2. I'm really not a horror person, but I've been trying to get into it more. I'm trying to more like face my fears, and I did really enjoy Resident Evil 4. I've gone on this tangent a few times, but I'll keep it kind of short here. Resident Evil 4 is what I would call a action horror game, while Resident Evil 2 is a horror action game. Also, I'm Irish, so I say horror. I struggle. I don't even have an Irish accent. I've like lost it, unfortunately. But horror is like those words that I still struggle to say. Same with that mirror and horror is kind of hard. But basically in Resident Evil 2, you don't really kill the zombies. You can really stun them. But it takes like honestly 10 bullets to kill zombies. I don't know if it's even worth it. It's probably better to just like 2 or 3 shots to stun them and then just run. Only until you get like the shotgun is when you can actually start killing things. Even the freaky lickers, I think they're called. You can like four shot with the shotgun. It's a really good weapon. But yeah. I wish the zombies were a little more easier to kill, because it just really is really inconvenient when they're still sprawling the halls, and then when the tyrant spawns, you now have these loads of like the halls are completely refilled with zombies. There's more of the blind zombies like the lickers, and it's horrible, but it's fun. It's scary, but it's not like completely terrifying to me. It's just like very tense. I also bought a game called A Year of Springs, which is a visual novel game that I bought for €3, but I'd honestly recommend it at its normal price of €5. I've had it in my wishlist for like almost 2 years now, I think at this point. It is a Japanese visual novel game, and about springs and saunas and stuff. It involves a group of 3 girls, and one of the girls is trans, and that's kind of all I'm going to say, because I think website or something of the game, and the dev was saying, hey, like, don't spoil, like, the ending of the game, and, like, I think I remember them saying something like that, or, like, don't record, like, the end of the game or something, and I never looked that up, because I don't want to, like, I want to respect the dev's wishes, and obviously not everyone's gonna comply with that, but I thought that was just, like, okay, they must be, like, someone, like, they must be proud of this, they must want to keep this, like, so everyone has a genuine reaction. So I'm not gonna say anything about the game other than what I've just said, just a basic synopsis of it. And yeah, I think that's kind of all the games I've been playing. I was shiny hunting a bit in Pokemon Sapphire, but I've kind of paused on that a little because it was really annoying. I was so overdue on a shiny Ralts. I'm not even gonna get into it. I've been shiny hunting for Ralts for years in so many games. I just can't find them, but I'm not getting into it. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is shows. I've been watching 2 shows. I finished one. I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, and that shit is so nice. It's like it is dense and like kind of gross at times, but like, oh, I love the 90s aesthetic where there's always these like long segments and montages of like, oh, these 90s like grungy rock music, and it's like, oh, like this music was probably like so, like these bands were probably so popular back then, and now when you look at their Spotify, they have like 50k monthly, and it's just like really interesting to look at. It's like a time capsule, and just the way they talk. There's so many good lines in the show, and I think they got better over time. The one that is I still remember so well is this one guy who dies in the first episode. It's the first or second, I'm pretty sure it's the first episode. He says, like, someone asks him, are you good? And he's like, I'm not good on epic proportion. I'm like, holy shit, that is peak writing. I wish people still talk like this. Yeah, I've been watching that. It's been very enjoyable. There's also a character called Willow, so that's cool. And she's like the cool hacker, and like she's like the smart girl. The second show I finished was Andor. Andor is a Star Wars series, unlike the rest, because it is actually well made. I've enjoyed the other Star Wars shows, but I stopped watching them because, I don't know, I just kind of got sick of Disney and Marvel and Star Wars in general, and I've come back to Marvel and Star Wars and stuff recently. I've been really enjoying them, but Andor is something special. Andor is, I'm pretty sure, directed by Tony Gilroy, and Andor was a character from Rogue One, a film that I liked, and it just gets into shit, and he constantly has the Empire breathing down his neck, and this show paints the Empire so terrifying. They are so competent, they are intelligent, they have just control over people, and it's like scary. It's like, I don't know how I would live in this world. They're so manipulative, they're so evil, like the stuff they can do to people is so evil, but the rebellion gets back at them at times, and then it all concludes with Rogue One. And I watched Rogue One after finishing the show, both seasons, and it was really satisfying. I'm not going to go any more into Andor because I'd recommend watching it even if you aren't a Star Wars fan. I'd recommend you watch it. I didn't really go into too much detail, but I could probably honestly make a full video just talking about it. But yeah. I should have been doing this. was my life update slash yap session. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Should I call this ASMR life update or ASMR yap session? I don't know. I'll just put them both together. Thank you for listening or watching. I hope I could calm you down. Or just like make you relax. Or even if it's just daytime for you and you have headphones on and you're just wanting to just have something on in the background, I'm fine with any of them. Yeah, if you want, you can subscribe. You can like my videos. You can check the other ones out. I kind of try post a variety of stuff. I kind of want to post more roleplay stuff because that's fun. And it kind of leads into my interest in short films. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you for